these are thoughts that I've have on making this game better, and I've been kind of going through ideas in my mind this entire week. I'm talking about it now because this week was probably one of the more frustrating weeks, I want to say, in playing Marathon. And that's what this video is, because I have several ideas that I definitely want to share. The first thing that I think Bungie should do is, I think it would be a great idea to remake the original Marathon's story from the 90s, from the very first game. Remake that, but in today's art style and graphics from this game, and just keep it as a campaign mode. But that would also help people sort of get familiar with the mechanics of the game, and essentially, also people like myself who never played the first game from the 90s, experience that for the first time, but just through a new lens. So I think that'd be a great idea, just to sort of reminisce on the IP as a whole, celebrate its history, celebrate its the reception it got when it first released, because without the original Marathon, we wouldn't even be here. Without the original Marathon, we wouldn't have Halo. We wouldn't have Destiny. I think that would be an unquestionable win for not only for Bungie, but also for just Marathon itself. So that's my first idea. My second idea, I've shared this some time ago during Season 1, an extraction shooter, arena shooter mesh. So right now, in trios, you load up a trios game, consists of 4 to 6 teams, I believe that's still the case. So what is that, 12 to 18 players, right? 18 players, 2 teams, everyone spawns in with the sponsored kit, and the goal is to get after the warden, right? Let's say there's 2 wardens. Let's say there's a few commanders, some regular bots, gray shield bots, a mix of like 2 blue, 3 purple commanders, right? And then 2 wardens. You go after the warden. However, you have 2 different teams coming to the same point to go after the warden, and then it just ends up being this all-out team versus team, but you also have to worry about the warden as well. And then the winner obviously gets, the loot that comes with the warden. And then, if the team is still around, then obviously, then they go loot to these other points, do a convoy run, intercept run, or do the other, side missions as far as, the hackables, or, the supplied resources or secured resources or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this? Like, that would be a really cool game mode. Let's say 2 teams meet up, right? And instead of fighting, they can actually join together to kill the UESC, and also loot, and then go around the map and just do that. It'd be a great way to mix things up. Another game mode I feel like they could do to sort of expand on this arena extraction shooter mesh is a respawn mode. Maybe you keep it trios, right, the way it is, and then 2 teams engage with each other, right? Let's say my Vandal here dies, and then my timer goes down to 0. Well, then I can respawn at the nearest exfil point with like a common overrun assault rifle and ammo, and then like maybe an ammo box, right? Or maybe 1 grenade, right? And then the closest exfil point, I basically can go there and come back and then join the fight, obviously with no shield, right? Now, obviously, if your entire team gets eliminated, then your entire team gets eliminated. Then at that point, there's no more respawn. You're just done. Also, another idea, Bungie, you need to bring in sponsored playlists. Keep sponsored playlist a permanent thing. No one is playing the game right now. You could easily have 20,000 a night just with sponsored playlist. But now the only sponsored playlist is the sponsored survival. This is part of my frustration with Bungie right now with this game is like you want this to be part of the long haul, but some of the decisions you're making doesn't seem like you want it to be a long-term thing. They keep saying, "Oh, we're throwing these experimental playlists." Like, there's no point in making it experimental. I can understand if it's the idea that I presented for the first time, like we've never had something like that, so that could be an experimental thing. But we've all played the sponsored playlist. Make that permanent. I think that's something that they need to fix with the matchmaking too. There's no reason I load in with a sponsored free kit, right? Have a gray shield, and then the first battle I go into is all purples. Like, it's just like, man, what? It may sound like I'm frustrated. It's really more of just concern because I want to see this game live, man. This game is so fucking fun. Even when I get frustrated, I'm thinking about, damn, you know what? I want to hop in. Because you know what, this game for an extraction shooter, the loot is not even important. It isn't. You can lose all of your loot and on a 0 to hero run, come away with purple, blue shields, gold shields, even a gold backpack if you play things the right way. Maybe you take down the warden with your team. Or, maybe you go into a sponsored survival and come away with like insane loot, you know? It's so easy to make things back. I want to see this game stand the test of time. I want to see this game for 3+ years, even more, because I love this is the best multiplayer I've played game that I've played since COVID Warzone. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is the most fun I've had playing any multiplayer game since COVID Warzone. I love this game and I see the potential. And I understand, it takes time to develop these things, But if we don't get on top of this soon, I genuinely don't believe this game will make it past season 3, unfortunately. And it'll make me sad. I'll be honest with you guys, because no, I'm not gonna lose sleep and cry about it. I'm a grown ass man. I'm 34. Like I've dealt with worse shit, but it would genuinely make me sad because there's so much potential here. I feel it every night when I play. Now is no better time. Arc Raiders is dying, and there's obviously Tarkov and Hunt Showdown, so now is the best time to not just experiment, but also elevate to a different level and elevate this game to a different level that provides something that Hunt Showdown and Tarkov doesn't bring. If they find a way to do that, this game will explode, and then we'll start seeing numbers of 50,000 a night, 100,000 a night, I love this fucking game, bro. I haven't played anything else. There's other games I genuinely want to play, but I love this game so damn much. I don't want to let it go and let it die. I don't. Share your ideas in the comments below. Share this video, repost it, send to other Marathon fans, send to Bungie and Sony if you can, please. Because man, this is a great game.